Hey there, it's Kimberly here with Knit for Brains, and come on! I got another book! This one from David and Charles, and this one, if you're into socks, you're gonna love this, so stay tuned. Well, you know, I went to David and Charles over the summer, my friends, my homies. I got my heart over in the UK, and they were like, come and visit us. And I was like, I love your books, so check out where we went.
When in the UK, what else do you do but you look at the absolute favorite publisher, David and Charles? We're going to get to go inside. I get to meet the people. Oh my goodness. David and Charles. I love these people, and they got me some books that haven't even hit the shelves yet. We're going to be doing a look through of each one of these books individually.
And they gave me all these books, and most of which hadn't even come out yet. And I am jonesing, and I'm super excited to show you this one because I think someone's been telling me you need to be doing socks. You need to be knitting socks. You need to be crocheting socks. You need to be doing socks. All the books I've been getting lately have all been about socks. But I know there's some of you out there going, yeah, that's great, but I don't own any knitting needles. I don't plan on owning any knitting needles. I have no desire to knit socks. So what am I going to do? Fear not, my friends. I gotcha. Look at this book coming out early September 2nd, I think it is. Crochet Socks That Rock. Now, let me tell you, finding a book on crocheting socks is really hard to find. It's kind of like the unicorn of books because most people, they just knit socks. But to find one that's crochet is kind of special. Now, let me tell you a little story. I actually started this. I crocheted this sock, 3-4 years ago, and I loved it. This is it. I actually crocheted it. Super excited, but you know what? I have no idea where the pattern is. So I only did one sock. I don't even have the pattern to make another sock. I did the great ribbing up here at the top. It's just single crochet. Maybe I could figure it out, but I don't remember what the stitch count is. And I was like, I just got one sock. Then this book came out. So let's take a look. I am super excited. This is by Anna Nick-Pirowicz, of course, by David and Charles Publishing. And so this is all about crocheting socks. I'm probably going to have to frog this baby to make a match. Or who knows, maybe I'll just be weird and crochet another sock that kind of looks like that one because I still have that yarn. And they'll be a little bit different, but maybe the same. All right, so about this book. So we're going to be doing, again, the basics. What I love about David and Charles, all the books they do, we start at the basics. Now, I know you're like, don't most books do that? They should, but they don't all. And that's the problem. This book, so we're starting here with the basics, the heels, the toe, and the cuff, all the different pattern techniques. Now, here it shows you right from the get-go, the patterns are all written using U.S. crochet terms. So, U.S. crochet terms book, people. However, if you're my peeps in the U.K. or you follow U.K. patterns, they got them right here, the glossary. And you do not want to get those patterns messed up. You don't want to get the terminology messed up when you're making socks. Let's just be honest with each other. Tools and materials. What are we going to need? What kind of yarns are we going to need? Wool with a nylon or polyamide, straight up wool, cotton, or a mixed fiber. And then it talks about the yarn weights. Colors, that's whatever you want. Colors and socks can be as crazy and as kooky or as simple and understated as you're feeling, perhaps for the day. Tools, stitch markers, and so forth. Anatomy of a sock. So here we go. You got the heel and the gusset, the leg, the foot. This is the gusset, so it's the under part of the foot. The sole, right, that's the real under part. That's your arch, the toe, the cuff, and then the heel flap way down here at the end. And then you can do a short row heel, pretty much anything you want. Talks about all the different kinds of cuffs. And if you want to take some measurements for your foot, that's like serious gauging. But, why spend all the time and make a sock and then find it doesn't even fit your foot? I'm just saying. So we got the different kinds of cuffs. We got the peacoat edge cuff, rolled edge cuff, and the toe up front back double crochet rib, which is very similar to what I did here. Yeah. And then it gives you all the instructions. Cuff down ribbing, very similar actually to what I did here. And I actually know I put this sock on because I felt sad. I was lonely. So for a little while, I actually just wore this one sock. I know. Tell your friends about me. Call me weird. The Brits gonna definitely have something to say about that, I'm sure. Top down toe. Toe up toe. Now you're getting into your heels, changing colors. Because some people like to have their heels a different color, you know, just to be a little bit different. Toe up an afterthought heel, just like that. Cuff down an afterthought heel. Am I excited about this book or what? I have been loving making socks. As a matter of fact, I love them so much that I hope my friends and family love it as much because that's what they're going to be getting for Christmas and their birthdays and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and like Easter and Valentine's Day and all the holidays, all the days, all the things. You're getting socks, people. Basic sock number 1, cuff down, heel flap. That's pretty similar to what I got going on here. Actually, this cuff's a little bit bigger, so I could just follow that pattern and be fine. Sock construction. Basic sock number 2, cuff down, afterthought heel. Sock construction. Very, very thorough. Basic sock. Number 3, toe up, afterthought heel. Now, sometimes it shows you like how many yarn balls or how many crochet hooks or knitting needles, and that kind of gives you an idea of how advanced this pattern is going to be. But this is a beginner's guide, and I am not seeing that beginner, intermediate, expert level, so I think all of these are beginners. Very simple. Pattern is written out very simply. Basic sock number 4, toe up, short row heel. It's like placing an order for eggs in a restaurant. All different varieties. Customizing the socks. Okay. Cable socks. Ooh, see? Anything you can do with knit, you can do with crochet. People go, you can't cable with crochet. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We know that you can. And they only did the cable just across the top, creating a very interesting fabric. Look at how pretty those are. Spike stitch. Oh, okay. That's super fun. So what we're doing here is looks like a variegated yarn going through and then a contrast of a blue or whatever. And then we're just doing a drop down stitch. What a fun idea. And you're choosing some bold colors, giving yourself a little bit of like texture and fun and making it interesting. Simple overlay crochet. Okay, you start your adventure with the overlay mosaic technique. I haven't actually done that technique before, but I would be happy to start. You know, throw some hooks in my way in my hand and I am off and running to the races. In my new socks. One color ribbed socks. That is not one color. That is a front post half double and single crochet stitch. And yeah, so you can do this in a nice solid color if you want to. This is obviously it says it's a variegated. It almost kind of has this ombre look going on. I like that yarn. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure they would tell you if you really wanted to know. Yes, Rowan sock, wool and polyamide. Crochet Fair Isle pine tree socks. I mean, again, you're like, oh, can't do that with crochet. You can only do that in knit. Not. Right there, you can, friends, and there's your chart. There's your chart. Lace socks using a beautiful shell pattern. Just a tutorial on this one. Love it. Beautiful. Such an easy pattern too, but beautiful little lace stitch. Crochet Fair Isle all over socks. So you got the Fair Isle from top to bottom. Who needs to buy socks anymore? You just make them. Just make socks. And the nice thing about socks is you don't use up a lot of yarn. It's a fast project. You can use up scraps that you have laying around as long as, you know, it's going to have the right material. But it's a great stash buster. Socks are a great way to use up your stash. And you can do them in a weekend. They're really fast. So they're very rewarding, gratifying, satisfying, you know, like quick gratification. If you need a little bit of a quick fix, this is it. Moss stitch socks. Hey, maybe you're going to make them for someone's birthday. That'd be great. You're like, hey, I'm going to a birthday party. Just make sure you got enough time that you make them both socks and not just the one. Stripy socks, or strippy, depending on how you want to say it. I say stripy. Overlay mosaic cubes. Now, of course, this is on the front page, and I was like, I want that sock. And so there it is. And of course, you're going to get your mosaic chart. Ooh, that's pretty. So that is using a rainbow sock with an overlay of like a raspberry or something along those lines. And then here you're going to have your crochet stitches, your chainless foundation, your slip knot, single crochet, center single crochet. I don't think I've done that one. Spike stitch I've done. Yes. I like the colors, how you got the color coordinating with the different stitches. That's pretty easy to understand. Fantastic book. Thank you guys, David and Charles. The layout, I love. The clarity, the simplicity, the creativity and the patterns. Big, big hit with this one. Storing socks. Look at that. What a great idea. Have them next to your dresser or something like that. And then there is Anna Nikki Parwitz. She lives in, I believe, the UK. She does a lot of Tunisian and mosaic crochet. And I'm loving her. All right. This is going on my bookshop.org bookshelf. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll include the information in the notes below. It is my one-stop, one-shop go-to for all books. I don't go to Amazon anymore. I go to bookshop.org. Why? Because A, the prices are as good, but usually better than Amazon. Plethora. So any kind of books, not just craft and create, knitting, crocheting, cookbooks, mystery novels, fiction, true, crime, whatever you want. They're all there at the same competitive prices as Amazon. They have them in the UK. They ship in the UK. They also ship in the US. But what's really great about that is every time you make a purchase through bookshop.org, a percentage of your purchase goes towards supporting independent booksellers. And we need to support independent booksellers and independent yarn stores and independent craft stores. We need to take care of those people. And this stop, bookshop.org, does that. So this book right here is going on my bookshelf. You can just go right to my bookshelf. You can see all the books that I have reviewed on this channel and maybe some books that I'm just reading that I've really enjoyed as well. So, Crocheted Socks That Rock, a beginner's guide to quick and comfortable crocheted socks. There's not a lot of books out there, y'all, about crocheted socks, but this one here rocks. And I'm telling you, these socks rock. This book rocks. Please tell your friends about us because we're here, we're having fun, we're doing more tutorials, more book reviews, and just having so much more fun. Thanks so much for watching. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains, and as always, I'll see you soon.